You know, Motorola is often credited to make the world's first cellular device, the world's first smartphone with a fingerprint scanner. 2 is believed to be the Motorola Atrix. The first smartphone I ever owned was a Motorola Droid Razr, and a lot of you people watching out there might have owned at some point the Moto G as their first smartphone. So it's a company that I personally like, and I think it's very innovative. Yet, since Lenovo has bought it, the brand has been a bit finicky. My name is Sid. This is the Moto Z2 Play, and it is the second smartphone after Moto M, which I did not like, and I won't be recommending you to buy it this year. Now, the Moto Z Play was one of my favorite smartphones from last year, and this is actually a successor to that phone. And let's be fair, it is actually a better phone in almost all regards than the predecessor. The first proof of this change is of course the designing. Moto Z Play did look good, but the Moto Z2 Play looks fantastic. It's slimmer and sexier than before, and the fragile glass back is now replaced with a sturdy metal build. Yet, there are certain issues this phone still has as far as I am concerned. The first one is this protruding camera lens, which is very difficult to manage without a back cover. Second would be, in my opinion, the irritating placement of the microphone right on the front. And also, and this may be personal, this gold variant has got dark edges on the side which make this phone resemble a piece of bread. But nevertheless, the designing is quite classy and it's an improvement. Coming to the display, however, it is the same size. It's got a 5.5-inch screen which is now Super AMOLED, and the resolution is Full HD. It's bright and vivid and also packs in a night mode along with the uber cool Moto display. The only bummer I have with this is the finicky auto brightness setting, which always makes the phone look dull. But still, it has got a flagship grade display that is great for watching videos. And talking about audio, it's among the loudest phones out there in the market. Also, what's new are the cameras. On the front you get a very good 5-megapixel camera which shoots very good pictures in the daytime, and for the nighttime you get a physical dual tone flash, which is very good for the night feeds. Coming to the rear cameras, the Z Play did not have very good cameras, but the Z2 Play packs in the same camera setup from the Moto G5 Plus, which is a 12-megapixel rear sensor with f1.7 aperture. Now, this specification is similar to the Galaxy S8, but the quality is more towards the Moto G5 Plus only. Shots come out to be flawless in outdoor conditions, but the images indoors and low light are not that great for the price. They are fine, but not as fine as the OnePlus 5. And that's an issue. That is the whole goddamn issue with the smartphone. It is priced at 28,000 rupees, and at that price it competes with a lot of other smartphones offering more than what it is. For instance, you get on the smartphone a Snapdragon 626 CPU coupled with 4 GB of RAM. In terms of general usage and even in gaming performance, I didn't find any major issues whatsoever. In fact, stock Android Nougat also brings its own set of fluidity along with the Moto features we love. Chop flash and twist camera are cool, but setting up the Moto voice is sometimes a pain in the... It's a pain. Thankfully, however, you do get Google Assistant on this phone as well. Yet, why would you not buy a OnePlus smartphone, a OnePlus 5, 3T or 3, which is priced around the same price or maybe even lesser than the Moto Z2 Play, and packs in a flagship like Snapdragon CPU along with 6 to 8 GB of RAM? If stock Android is your answer, well, Oxygen OS 2 is near stock. And a lot of people tell me that since Lenovo has taken over the company, Moto is now slow to push out updates, so even that part is gone. Lastly, Moto Z Play had a very beefy battery. It had a 3510 mAh of battery, which did give you battery life measured in days, not in hours. And the battery capacity has been considerably reduced in the Moto Z2 Play. Yet, the phone is very power efficient. It's not as long lasting as the Z2 Play, but it can take out all the other competition this year with ease. In whatever I did with the phone, I could easily last with a day and sometimes even a day and a half. And when the phone finally dies, you also get turbo charging, which charges the phone back from 0 to full in around 70 to 80 minutes, which is commendable. Having said all that, it's now time for me to give you my verdict on the Moto Z2 Play. Well, the Moto Z2 Play is a confused smartphone. It tries to be too many things at once, but fails miserably as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it's got a slim profile now, which also made them sacrifice the battery capacity. But the added camera bump makes this slim design quite futile. Yes, the phone now looks much sexier than before, but The oddly placed microphone in the front is quite funny. But most importantly, the phone packs in the same specifications and the same camera that you can find on a Moto G5 Plus. But this phone is expensive than the Moto G5 Plus. So you end up paying a lot more money for basically a good looking version of the same smartphone. But there is one thing that the Moto G5 Plus cannot do, which Moto Z2 Play can, and that is supporting modularity. There is a back plate given at the bottom of the Moto Z2 Play's back, which helps it connect to the modular Moto mods. But Moto mods are expensive, and if you have to buy them as well, the pricing of the smartphone goes off the roof. And that brings us to the most important aspect of the smartphone, its pricing. At 28,000 rupees, you're making your phone compete with devices from Honor, Samsung, and most importantly, OnePlus. When you can get a OnePlus 5 for just 4 grand more, there has to be a very solid reason for you to want to buy the Z2 Play. In Z Play's case, it had an exceptional battery life, but Z2 Play does not even match up to that. So in the end, it's a confusing offering murdered with incorrect pricing. Good job, Lenovo. Well done. And that brings us to the end of my review for the Moto Z2 Play. Those are my opinions, but what is more important for me to know is what your opinions are. Whatever they are, post them in the comment box below after giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. My name is Sid. Goodbye.